Good evening and welcome to Warrior Park for the final of the Lakoseljac Cup quarterfinals. The Olympia Warriors taking on University in the second of this big doubleheader this afternoon. Coming your way, South Hobart earlier booking their spot in the Final Four to join the Norquay Knights, and Launceston City hard fought 3-2 win over Kingborough. One more spot remains. Will it be the Olympia Warriors from the NPL Tasmania or University of the Vito Southern Championship who punch their ticket through? Lovely pictures there of Mount Wellington. Be good conditions for this game. It's going to be an absolute cracker. University been pretty good touch in the championship this season. Certainly face a stern test today up against a Warriors side from the higher division. In fact, it was Olympia's reserves that inflicted a pretty heavy defeat upon the Warriors earlier in the season in the championship, which really is just about the only blemish on University's record this year. I think they've won 5 of their 7 games in the championship. Been pretty good outside of that. They lost to Hobart United last weekend, but outside of that, they've been pretty solid in their outings. They've got some good players out there, and they're more than capable of springing an upset. Of course, these two teams famously met a long way back to the old the League Cup, or the Victory Cup it might have been called back then, up at Linda Grove in an extra time game that probably ranks as one of the more entertaining games of the past decade. So hopefully we can get similar entertainment value here this evening as the Warriors take on University. We'll have the starting lineups for you shortly as we build into this one. And some big names back in that Warriors team, as you'll now see. Callum Brown resuming his place in the starting lineup. Declan on the bench today is interesting, but Warriors fans will certainly be glad to see the Browns back out there. Of course, a week earlier, their father, the coach, getting the axe from the Warriors, replaced by Rob Clark now. Alex Holmes took the team last weekend, but the Twins back in the squad today, which is a real boost to the Warriors. The rest of the lineup: number 2, Adam Gorry, one of the best fullbacks in the state, has been for a number of years, tirelessly gets up and down that right-hand side. Lucas Hill, the Mountain, in defence. Good to see him back to fitness in recent weeks after missing the early parts of the year. Jake Vandermeer, experienced defender, may well partner him in the heart of defence. Joseph Morabu came across from Hobart United in the off-season. He's a combative midfielder. Nicholas Mearns, he'll pull the strings in midfield. Jacob Herbert getting another start, his second in a row. He's come into favour in the last couple of weeks. Luc Farrell, the French Falcon, expect him to just park himself probably in front of the back four, although possibly looking at the rest of the lineup, he might line up at fullback. We'll wait and see that one. Ben Curtis, a young defender. And a young defender of some promise. Number 14, Brayton Allen. Expect him in attack with number 17, Callum Brown. And in between the sticks, number 21, Darby Randall. On the bench, Elliot Hoisted, Bilal Ait Mama, number 12, Anthony Mamich, number 15, Declan Brown. That's a fair weapon to have stored on the bench. And number 16, Lachlan O'Connor, the fullback, returning to fitness. The University lineup for you: in net, number 1, Matthew Griffiths. He will have to be good today against a formidable Warriors front line, although the formidable front line weakened a little by the absence of Jack Ryan as he returns to England. Number 2, Toby McGregor. Very, very versatile player. Number 3, William Jose. Number 4, Andrew Wilcox. Number 7, Jacob Brennan. He'll carry a lot of threat and attack. He'll be important today. Number 8, Will Stalker, as will number 9, Sam Platts, and 10, Sam Fay. They're the real key movers. Gus Rumney, Tom McKernan, and Stuart Carney round out the starting 11 for the Bees. On the bench, Dickinson, Barwin, Bladell, Graver, and Harris. So we're underway. Just got through them right in the nick of the time. We're off in the final of the quarterfinals as the sun setting on the eastern shore of Hobart. The Olympia Warriors will look to put a tumultuous little period behind them. They took a 2-1 win over South Hobart last week. Shrugged off any issues they had with that win. They'll be looking to advance to the Final Four here today as an early shot. He's fairly comfortably saved. Andrew Wilcox having a shy from range there. Let's see why University are the Bees. Known as the Bees, looking at those kits as this one's headed down into the path of Nicholas Mearns. Mearns shut down there on the far side. So can the Bees produce the upset today and make it another season with a championship team in the Final Four, or will it be an all MPL Tasmania affair? Here's young Benjamin Curtis throwing in a couple of step overs and playing a little reverse ball that Herbert wasn't quite ready for. Be interesting to see how they fill the void of Jack Ryan in attack. No Ben Hamlet either. So I'm a little surprised Declan Brown is on the bench. Perhaps a fitness-related injury. So I thought he'd be one that you get out there, especially with the absence of the big Englishman. It's Olympia on the attack early on here through Nick Mearns, charging at the defence. His shot was well charged down, took a fairly hefty deflection all the way to midfield, in fact. Shut down. Mercy trying to build forward here through Toby McGregor, but can't quite control it. Sun beating down on Warrior Park. There's Brown of the Callum variety, just dropped it off for Benjamin Curtis. Herbert unable to control that one. Olympia currently sitting third in the Southern Championship. Daunting for them, though, is the fact that on top of the table is the Olympia Warriors reserves, which shows the depth they have at their disposal. The first team to contend with today, they were touched up by the Rezzies, but still, I think that could be an outlier of a result. I'd expect a closer game in this one against the Warriors senior team than we saw against the reserves on that day. You know what's going to happen in the Cup. It's University attacking here early on. McGregor swinging into the middle of the box, headed away. Gus Rumney looking to force his way through, couldn't do so. Wilcox. Nothing doing there as they try and get through the middle. Moirabu. Up to Curtis. Adam Gorey, who seems to be playing a more advanced role today. It's a positional swap for him, although he's starting out on the left-hand side as well, with Ben Curtis tucking in on the right-hand side, but seems to be a fair way up the pitch here today, Adam Gorey, by his overlapping standards. So perhaps a positional swap there. Not sure if that's temporary or whether Allen will be at left back today, and Gorey up on the wing. Smashed forward. Really aimless ball, that one. Darby Randall in net for the Warriors today. Their last outing, a 2-1 victory on this ground over South Hobart. And with the league title out of their reach this season, they're certainly going to have a big focus on the Cup, so a very important game this one for them. If they're going to walk away from 2020 with any silverware, there's much expected of this Warriors team heading into the season. They've not quite met those expectations. You see our cameraman just trying to deal with the rather problematic placement of the sun. He was beating down here on Warrior Park. There's not a whole lot you can do about that till it sets, I'm afraid. Go down over the hill there. And the second half will be played under lights. This twilight fixture. This one's smashed down the line. Obviously trying to make something happen. Morabu shielding the ball well and draws the decision from our referee, Nathan Code, in charge of this one today. The Mountain Lucas Hill standing over it. He switches this one up. Raking crossfield ball, headed back. Mearns fighting for it, but it's the Bees who come away with it. Curtis for Morabu. Allen. So Vandermeer. So it does appear like Brayton Allen lining up at left back today, and Adam Gorey on the wing. Morabu through the middle here. Gorey, before he became one of the real star fullbacks of Tasmanian football, did used to play as a winger. An unfamiliar position. He's certainly a very attacking fullback at the best of times, but maybe looking to get him slightly more involved in their attacks. There's a rather loose pass there from the French Falcon Farrell. There's McGregor. Trying to find Wilcox. Nothing doing. The Bees pressing up here. And Samuel Fay gets on the ball. Some short passes. A switching ball played, and a pretty good one too. And Allen's back in coverage there. William Jose was charging forward for the Bees. Cross swung in, ill-directed. No threat to Randall's goal, but reasonable start from University all the same. Looking fairly comfortable out there, doing a bit of the attacking. Certainly not looking like a case of a heavy favourite. Just kind of dominating, monopolising possession against another team. Parking a bus. Expect the Bees to come out and attack this game. The likes of Fay and Platts and Jacob Brennan, they've got some real quality. They can unlock a Warriors defence that has looked vulnerable at times this season. Brayton Allen forward. Here's Gorey in that advanced position, but again it just rather breaks up. Hacked on out of there. Vandermeer rising above, and he nods it down. Launching this one forward. Ben Curtis hoists it away. McGregor brings it down. Fay to McGregor. So McGregor sliding it through. Fay's header. Missed time clearance, but across was Lucas Hill. Mearns. He switches it up, looking to get Callum Brown involved for the first time today. Taken away from him though, Morabu. Poor pass that. Sam Platts able to dispossess the Warriors defender, and Olympia now try and build something from the back. Good foot in, and University winning the ball back here. Gus Rumney intercepting it. And again, Jose this time. Slides it through looking for Rumney, but Vandermeer comfortable. Rumney shifts it outside for Platts. Now Herbert. Jeez, the Warriors passing. Very ordinary in the opening 10 minutes here. Really lacking any real crispness. They're just misplacing some fairly basic passes under pretty limited pressure. They need to snap out of that. This is a dangerous opponent. They may be from a lower division, but they certainly can't be just expecting it to happen. Some quality in the Bees lineup. Unless they lift, they could find themselves on the receiving end of a cup set here. Yes, quite frankly, the passing from the Warriors in the opening 10 minutes has been very ordinary. Allen just heaving it forwards. Work in some tight areas from the Bees, but nothing coming of it. It's Army Randall now. Switches it up to Ben Curtis. Morabu. Curtis, down the line he goes for Herbert. Now Callum Brown returns it for Herbert. It's a ball caught under his feet, but works it back to Brown. This is where he's dangerous. It's a really good sliding challenge from Toby McGregor, though. They coughed up possession a little too cheaply. And the pressure will be back on Curtis. There's the structure up in front of him. Plays it short for the dangerous Brown. Switching ball easily cut out there by Jacob Brennan. And Allen, wide for Mearns, turning sharply, Nick Mearns. All the way through to Randall this one. Curtis down the line for Brown, returns it immediately. University defence doing a good job off the ball early in this one. Mearns, classy midfielder, switches it up. A silky first touch from Brown and then sharply onto his left foot. The defence do a pretty good job denying him the chance to shoot. Then Morabu treads on the ball, which rather kills the momentum of that attack. Lucas Hill across to Curtis. Not sure who that was to. Herbert made it his own though. Mearns to Allen. Brayton Allen to Gorry. Looking the ball around here. Farrell. Callum Brown. Unfortunately, Adam Gorry had just taken off from that direction to an entirely new spot. And the pass played in behind him. Fairly scrappy contest so far. No real fluidity to either side. And no real chances in the opening quarter of an hour so far. Anyone break this game open? Curtis. Morabu. Warriors building. Patiently knocking it round. Probing. Trying to find an opening, but the Bees defence structuring up nicely so far. Brayton Allen now. Combining with Adam Gorry down the left. And a free kick blown there. Going the Bees' way. Here's Nathan Code, and in charge of this one, the former mullet of infallibility. He's lost the mullet, but his refereeing is still going from strength to strength regardless. Don't miss that a fine work of art on top of his head though. Sam Platts at the back, an experienced customer. He belts this one long. Adam Gorry. On back by the Warriors. Mearns didn't like what he saw, so just turned back instead. Vandermeer. Now Callum Brown. And McGregor seems to be tracking him fairly tightly early doors. And switching ball that really made Allen work. Jose, big long throw in there. Brayton Allen, in the line for Mearns. Morabu, second time he's trod on the ball, Joseph Morabu. Patience in possession so far from Olympia. So they try and play their way through, but it's well won back on this occasion. They'll immediately ceded straight back to Jacob Herbert. And Curtis has had a lot of touches of the ball early on, and he punches this one long. And it's picked up by Matthew Griffiths. And that's a fairly average clearance. Invited a little bit of danger. Herbert. Curtis. And Brown immediately had Toby McGregor on him. That's going to be a fascinating matchup too. Fantastic players. Light shape for the left foot of Brown here. He switches it up instead. And the cross is played in. Slightly flapping out it was Griffiths, but always drifting wide. If he was aware of that. Still the wait goes on for a Warriors shot in this one. No chances so far through the opening 20 minutes. Into the bullseye, headed back from whence it came. Bit of aerial ping pong being played at the moment, which is not an uncommon scene on this ground. The compressed Warrior Park venue often leads to that. Randall being pressured. Just got it off in time. Punched down the line by Wilcox. It's a real task for Samuel Fay. Never really favoured him. One to watch for the Bees today, though, it's Samuel Fay. Tremendous player. Really skillful. Can score goals, can set them up. Someone Olympia are going to have to keep a very close eye on. Brayton Allen. Morabu. Now Benjamin Curtis. No real speed to the Warriors' attack today. Patiently knocking it round, but really attacking with the verve we usually see from them, as Gorry can't quite track that one down. University would be the happiest side after the opening 20 minutes. They're looking pretty comfortable out there, the underdogs. Trying to pull off the big Father's Day Cup set. We haven't had a Cup set yet in either of the Lakoseljac Cup or the Women's Statewide Cup across this weekend. Favourites have won every game as Nick Mearns squares in a lovely little ball for Herbert. His cross well blocked off and behind for the game's first corner. Adam Gorry to take. What can Gorry produce here? He sends the in-swinger in, headed away. First to it is Callum Brown. Brown chipping it in and headed home. It's Jake Vandermeer rising above them all to nod the Warriors into the lead. A lovely ball that from Callum Brown. He picked out the big centre back and he heads it home. It's Olympia 1, University 0. The first chance of the game yields the first goal. Lovely delivery this from Brown. Just stood it up. And big Vandermeer was always favoured to win that duel. Just getting away from McKernan and heading the Warriors into an early lead. Hadn't looked particularly likely in truth.
University 0.
The booming voice of George Marcus going through there. Very much enjoying that one. Warriors press. There's Vandermeer, a very experienced customer. Probably an unlikely first goal scorer of the centre back. Doesn't score too many of them. Yeah, gets the job done nicely. And the Bees conjure a response here. They had been looking pretty comfortable dealing with what was thrown at them, but corner brings about the goal. And it was this man's delivery. And he gets past McGregor here, squares it up for Marabu. Curtis. Mearns. Oh, tremendous save. Matthew Griffiths gets down and keeps out Mearns' shot. Did really well there, the Bees keeper. Mearns, just look at this. So good at just finding that space. He got a great shot off too. And it's well kept out by the University number 1. Corner swung in again. Vandermeer the target. Last off of a B behind for another corner. This one again into the mixer. All away by the Bees defence. Moirabu. Herbert can't quite control that one. Olympia just starting to take control of proceedings here. Slightly sleepy start. But they've worked their way on top. Way by the goal scorer. Picked up in the middle by Brennan. Sends it wide for Platts. Platts with an up and under, might fall. And in the end, I think a foul spotted there. Lucas Hill. Randall punched it into the middle, turned over. Moirabu to Hill. Brown something to chase. McGregor always leading back in that race. One of the star players of the Southern Championship for a number of years, Toby McGregor. Versatile, has played a fair bit of midfield, but he plays fullback. I think despite the fact he's not in the top division, still one of the very best fullbacks going around in Tasmania is Toby McGregor. Here's Nicholas Mearns. He lofts it forward, looking for the runner Brown, but out to collect was Griffiths. The Bees now sending some bodies forward, trying to get something cooking in attack. Now that's not going to work as Gus Rumney just runs it out of play. Interesting to see how they go now. They've got to chase the game and try and break down this Olympia side. They've been pretty content playing on the counter-attack as referee having a conversation with a University player at the moment. And now just getting some treatment behind the play. Here's Jacob Herbert. It's getting a little worse for wear there. It's the man known as Snowy. He's worked his way into the starting 11, and unfortunately for him, it might not be a long stay. He looks like a man who knows his day is done. Jacob Herbert, so an early switch perhaps is about to be hoisted upon the Olympia Warriors. and see who they bring on. Young Bilal Ates Mama is a striker they have on the bench. Declan Brown, probably the most likely. Looks like Declan Brown's just run on. And he has. So, if he's fit enough to come on now, interesting he was not the starting lineup, although obviously a bit going on behind the scenes there after the last couple of weeks. But both the Brown boys now out there, and pretty handy option off the bench, Declan Brown, as this one's headed away from Gorry. So Herbert had been playing rather centrally there, so we'll see who starts as the number 9 now. Here's Callum Brown, combining with his brother at the back for Brayton Allen. Allen goes around the outside. Now Declan. Can they get the cross in? The Bees do well to prevent that and prevent the corner as well. Long searching ball, trying to come through the middle was Samuel Fay, but his path blocked off by the mountain. Lucas Hill, very tough man to get past. Here's Brennan, dispossessed by Mearns. Just makes this team tick. There's Nick Mearns in the midfield. Chief playmaker. You get the ball back here, or he would have if not for a nice little intervention by Carnaby. McGregor steering this one away from Callum Brown. Morabu. Farrell, Mearns lets it run. Adam Gorry out on the left. Shapes across with the right, trying to find the run of Callum Brown, and McGregor with a little touch out of play for another corner. Gorry is dialing up the pressure now. And this, he hasn't really been able to get much possession in this one. It's been Olympia firmly controlling things. As Adam Gorry sends the corner deep over everybody's head. Declan Brown eventually tracks it down, and well kept in the end by Samuel Platts. He sends it forward, and it could be on here. It's a good chance for Samuel Fay. Turns onto the right and fires straight at Darby Randall. First real chance for the visitors in this game. Adam Gorry. Callum Brown. Squares it up, looking for Declan. Couldn't find him, but he'll get another chance here, and this time looking for Gorry, but a good sliding challenge there to take it away from him. Bees defence swarming nicely there. Vandermeer. Warabu. And Curtis has been busy, a lot flowing through this right-hand flank for Olympia. Warabu. Intercepted. Gorry back to Curtis. Thought about playing back and then changed his mind. Instead went to Mearns. Good option. Mearns' ball. Couldn't find Gorry, who just peeled off into some nice space there, and you expect a player of Mearns' calibre to produce a slightly better ball there. Unable to find his winger. We'll get another chance to create something here though, Mearns. Running at the defence, squares it up. The defence closes. In the end, they put it behind for a corner. Corner ball. Headed behind for another one. That will be corner number 6 for the Warriors. This one in at the near post. Pulled away. Declan Brown just got put off his shot. Mearns was quite clearly offside. Declan Brown looks like he's playing through the middle since coming on to replace Herbert. Callum playing as the inverted winger. We're on this right-hand side. We'll look to cut onto that sweet left foot of his. Ian Robben style, if you will. Another attack broken up there. Now the Browns looking to combine. Callum will have a run at McGregor here. Slides it across to Declan Brown. Wants to his right. Pass it between them, and then Morabu cedes possession. Platts away from him by Vandermeer. Falls for Morabu. Curtis, Morabu, Declan Brown, return ball for Morabu. And sliding in was McGregor, just doing enough to put him off. It was a good move from the Warriors, but McGregor just about impacting Morabu here. Out for the goal kick. It was nice flowing football, nice little 1-2 there. Sliding in, just got a little piece of the ball, I think, there. This one's smashed forward. There's Rob Clark in charge on the touchline today. Down the line. Platts trying to get him behind, but the experience of Luke Farrell just boxing him out there, the French Falcon. Curtis. Opts not to play it to Brown, instead heads centrally, and eventually it'll find its way to Mearns. Mearns down the line for Brayton Allen. The Bees win possession back. Fay. That was blocked off by the goal scorer Vandermeer. On a kickstart attack as it pinballs around and falls out the back to Platts. Vandermeer to Randall. Morabu. Mearns. Morabu turning nicely into space. Ball won back though by the Bees, and that's really nicely read by Lucas Hill, breaking up that attack. Exactly what they were trying to do. Himself in the lane, and broke it up. Fay switches it over the top for Gus Rumney. Rumney's lob ball. Lucas Hill came across to help out his keeper. In the end, steered behind for the Bees' first corner of the day. And they need to make them count because they've not really created much in open play thus far, University. They do some damage from a set piece, perhaps. Cross in. Free kick will go the Warriors' way. Hill to Morabu. Receives from Farrell, then goes across to Adam Gorry. Miscontrolled, but it almost worked there as charging forward was Ben Curtis. Fullback to get forwards. Farrell retreating back to Hill. Now Darby Randall. Down the line he goes. Adam Gorry racing to get on the end of it. He gets there first, Gorry. Squares it up, blocked away. Curtis. Decepted. Morabu did really well to win it back for the Warriors though. And gets a cross in. Deflected then. The Bees clear it once more. Hill. And Vandermeer at the back. His goal, what separates the two teams after 36 minutes. Heading home, Callum Brown's cross. Outside of that, chances very few and far between. Maybe University can make something happen here though. As Jacob Brennan takes it, he steers it, trying to spring Fay, but away from him and behind for another corner. Corner ball driven near post. Poor delivery, easily repelled. Wilcox played it back in, then Fay. The offside flag was raised there as Platts put it in the back of the net, but the flag well and truly up there before he could do so. Here's Farrell. Benny Curtis. Gorry. Morabu. It's a bright setting sun here, sunny Eastern Shore at Warrior Park. That one just about going behind the hill. As we approach half time, I think the lights will kick in for the second 45. Here's Curtis. Pressured by Wilcox, so retreats back to Darby Randall. Burns running into a little bit of trouble, but he was fouled in the end there by Brennan. Just gets him out of trouble. Long down the line. Can the Bees get something going here? Platts, being the man to inspire them. He sends in a dangerous looking cross, but no one on the end of it. Wilcox. McGregor now. Whipping in deep, looking for Platts. Acrobatic volley back to Wilcox. Drives to the byline. And gets the cross in, but easily picked off there by Darby Randall. No one looking like they were going to get on the end of that one. All poor turnover from Gorry and McGregor. Dispossessed. And then the shot of Fay was blocked. Some life here for the Bees in attack. As threatening as they've looked, but now they're going to have some defending to do. They've pushed numbers forward, and Olympia are looking to get them back the other way. Brown plays a nice one too. Farrell switches across to Curtis. He worked it Callum Brown tried to play the 1-2, but that was well read. The University defence slamming the door shut. Technical issues here at the moment we're working through. Bear with us. There's Brennan. Sends it across. Farrell getting a foot in over there with Mearns. 4 minutes to go in the first half here at Warrior Park. Just the one goal courtesy of Jake Vandermeer, and not a whole lot of chances either side of that. Fairly dour contest, this one. Cup games can often be rather cagey affairs. Certainly wasn't the case in the earlier game at Darcy Street, a 3-2 win to South Hobart over Kingborough. Plenty of action in that one. This one just a little devoid of it so far, but it's close. So it remains a 1 goal difference. The Bees will still fancy themselves be able to cause a few headaches. Brennan unable to forge a path through the middle there. McGregor just takes it away from Gorry. Morabu. Curtis and Declan Brown. Callum Brown. Mearns puts it out in front of him. Can't quite track it down. Coming across was Jose. Gorry. Took it back for Morabu. Curtis. And Callum Brown. Is that a foul by McGregor? Got the ball. And now a chance at the other end. It's potential one-on-one here. Charging through was Platts. He just picked up too much speed and rolled away from him. Here's Curtis. Morabu. Gorry, clever ball in behind, found Brown, drove a shot, easily handled by Griffiths. Take better than that to get past the uni keeper, but better build-up play there from the Warriors, getting him behind. It's not been easy so far. Platts hitting it forward, controlled by Fay. Now he turns wide, Fay, and drives past one. Lovely play this from Samuel Fay, but the cross didn't match the build-up. Trying to pick out his man in the middle there, couldn't quite. It was a really nice run from Samuel Fay. That's what he can do. He can open up a defence. Just didn't quite have the end product on that occasion. Lucas Hill. He launches this one along. And sneaking in behind was Adam Gorry. Callum Brown steals it away from McGregor. And worked it back for Ben Curtis. He found Adam Gorry. Nicely defended though by Tom McKernan. Morabu. Mearns. And the busy boy, Ben Curtis, and he receives here and knocks it back to Mearns. Switches to Declan Brown. Morabu. Spies the run there of Luke Farrell. Adam Gorry. University defence forces them all the way back though. Vandermeer. Lucas Hill. And Curtis. Central ball for Mearns. Adam Gorry. Now it's played forward. Here's Adam Gorry. Gorry for Farrell. Declan Brown left it for Farrell, and that's a poor pass there from the Frenchman. Well, officially now also an Australian citizen. Congratulations there. And Tassie Farrell, that's a lovely ball over the top. But fortunately Lucas Hill was back there for Olympia. And he's so composed back there. Did not look at all troubled. Hit the big mountain. Flicked on by Callum Brown. Found Declan. He put it out in the space for Adam Gorry. He's got a couple in the middle here, Gorry. Can he find one of them? He sends it in. He couldn't. He put it over the head of Callum Brown, who'd made the near post run. No one was at the back stick. That might just about be half time. Van der May. Cross to Mearns. One last chance for the Warriors perhaps, but they box them out there. Swings it long. And that is half-time at Warrior Park. Well, it hasn't quite had the action of the earlier semi-final, that's fair to say. But after 45 minutes, it is the hosts in the ascendancy. Jake Van der May heading his side into the lead on 20 minutes. Chances few and far between here at Warrior Park, but here was the moment. After a corner was cleared away, Brown with just a bit too much time and space to pick his man, and look at that for silver service. Jake Van der May eats that up, says thank you very much. And that puts Olympia into the lead after 45 minutes here at Warrior Park. It hasn't been the most thrilling of contests so far, but hopefully it'll open up a little as Uni chase the game in the second half. And we'll be back with that for you in around about 15 minutes time. Do stay with us.
A headache, a sore throat, a runny nose, anything of this nature we ask, and we respectfully ask that you leave the ground. I remind you that our canteen is open for food and also drinks and confectionery. Also, if you'd like some alcoholic beverage up in the wood area, you can go to Stew's Bar. We have beer and wines, spirits, if you're looking for something alcoholic.
Where you got Jonty? Nick, have you gone this? One's gone barefoot. Oh, my foot. I went down a complete time. Sorry. I haven't done it. What are we doing, Jesse? Is it 3, 2, 1, go?
Yes. 4, 2, 3.
Wait. 3, 2, 1?
Yeah. 3. No,
On Jesse.
3, 2, 1, go! Yeah, come on,
Ollie!
he just pushes me in the back.
Oh, the camera got that. Yeah. He said it was all of his team.
I'm not like 3 different patients. I did make it. And I'm not
Well, we got pizza food.
Did you do your hands? You have no idea what he's doing. Thanks.
Alright, so we take it. Connor, we taking a slide?
Polygon.
Really got away with it, didn't you? I'm walking across the pitch when I was well, that is.
I'd also like to remind you all that you should have checked in when you walked into Warrior Park today and scanned your phone on the little scan thing so as to enable us to contact you should it be necessary. You'll find the scanning on the gate or on the front of the building.
G'day. Happy Godfather's Day or whatever it is.
Yeah, day off.
Yeah. Plan to let you come today?
Yeah, she's busy tidying up the sewing room, I think.
Oh, good.
Again.
That's right. They should let you come.
Is that yours or your dad's?
That's mine.
Yeah, they're good jackets.
$400 there.
Yeah. Yeah.
You bought one of these?
Yeah,
Where from?
same time as he did.
Oh, you bought one.
Yeah, Chickenfoot.
Shipway.
Chickenfoot, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, $400.
Gone.
They are.
Oh, yeah. Good. Yeah, bargain day. Have you got the inner?
You know, puffer jacket thing? Yeah.
Is that the inner, is it?
Yeah.
I've got the lighter blue version, I think, with a red insert.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, this one's just a...
In fact, mine was too like the other week. I had to take the inner.
That's right.
Referees,
So, I don't know who
Nathan
was.
Little, Brenton and Toby both under the pitch. To recommence the second
Either
half of this
gets to tell what came in to follow the referees. Was it done? The Kimber game.
Oh.
The referee ran off to get a card or something. I found just sitting there.
Spectators, please leave
Probably
the
didn't
ground
realise.
as the players are walking
I didn't realise this was like on the ground.
resume the second half
Oh,
of the
okay.
time location.
And I didn't think they were going to sub him. They were going to sub him.
FC 1, the University
Yeah,
0.
followed it.
Welcome back for the second half here at Warrior Park.
You
The
edited.
hosts leading 1 goal to
Always
nil
whinging about cameramen.
after 45 minutes as Jake Vandermeer has them in the lead as we turn for the second 45 of this, the last of the quarterfinals in the Lakoseljac Cup. Glenorchy Knights, Launceston City and South Hobart have all booked their spot. Will the Olympia Warriors join them in an all-NPL Final Four? Or can the Bees turn it on in the second half and find a way back into this one? Let's find out. We're underway here as the sun sets on the quarterfinals of the Cup and indeed over the hills just behind the ground here. So Olympia, courtesy of Jake Vandermeer, lead it. Callum Brown's cross picking him out. The Bees starting to show some good signs the longer the half wore on. The final few minutes they created a little bit. Before that, very much on the back foot. Olympia controlling the game, but really a pretty ugly first half. It was a fairly scrappy spectacle, not a lot of chances. Let's hope that it livens up a little. Here's a man more than capable of doing just that. Callum Brown knocks it across to Mearns. Declan Brown combining with his twin brother Callum.
That ball too dark to play with? The ball too dark
Mearns.
to play with.
And how to play. He goes. And just a little bit proppy. After that one is Mearns. gingerly quite getting back to his feet, and always a worry when he stays down because he's obviously had a really troubled run of injury over the past several seasons. We've really been robbed of the best of Nick Mearns due to injury. 2015 and the first half of 2016 he was really breaking out to an absolute dominant star player, and has really had a tough run of it in recent years trying to stay on the park, as last year started to get more consistent starting time, and this year has managed to be out there, but he's hoping it's not yet another injury for that man, because he is a real talent, the Warriors midfielder. So key to their title triumph in 2015 as that one deflects off Code, and play now continues. Getting his little foot in there, broke the play up. It was Farrell, but now Samuel Fay trying to shrug off the attentions of Brayton Allen. Luke Farrell across to join in. He'll just try and win a corner here. Unable to do so.
Hey Mike.
And going out,
If the live view is
charging
plugged
down the right.
Live view is plugged in.
Long ball, flicked on. All the way through to Darby Randall. He wasn't really tested in the first half. Was pretty quiet workload for the Olympia number one there. Brown to Mearns.
Other side.
It's the deck. Curtis. Here's Morabu. Mearns. Punches a clever ball through. Callum Brown, he's through on goal. But the flag was raised as he deposited it into the back of the net. And Callum Brown denied the second goal of the game. Really nice ball from Mearns. The flag had gone up. Griffiths. Along into the middle. Adam Gorey turning sharply and rolling it through. Repelled away as far as Farrell. He retreats to Curtis. Lucas Hill. And a low bullet trying to switch the play, but just a bit too much on that for Callum Brown to be able to control. And the line searching for Brennan, couldn't quite find him. Fullbacks charging forward for the Bees here. They'll send everyone up just about and try and make something happen from the long range free kick. And they've been struggling to create an open play, so understandable to make these moments count, as this one's bent in, flicked on, worked back inside, should be picked up by Randall, and he was fouled. Ended up in the back of the net. Fortunately for Darby Randall's sake. A foul quickly blown by Nathan Code as this one down the line, McGregor intercepting. Lucas Hill drives this one down, and McKernan sees it behind for the corner ball.
Did you see Ben and Emily today?
Just
Opportunity
told there are hot Saveloys
for the Bees here.
at the bar. If you'd like a hot Saveloy, go and see Stewie at Stewie's Bar.
Oh, with Emily.
So Adam Gorey to take the corner. Is in near post.
Go, go as well.
Beat the first marker. Though getting it really caught under him there was Barwin. And let's just have a look at this one at the other end. Davey Randall. Here's a little clip. Probably fair enough there. Looking at his hand, seemed to have it under control. This corner's repelled.
And then Belinda's this
As
afternoon.
far as Brown.
Afternoon tea.
And that one is picked off. Can they strike on the counter attack here? Down the line they go. McGregor. Centering ball is a good one. Crucial little foot in though. The Warriors defence holds firm, although they've coughed it back up in a dangerous area. It's a rather poor cross from Sam Platts though. Right now, in the middle for Mearns.
Watch the last game here.
Mearns
Matt
to Farrell.
Came to watch the game here.
And Brown away from him. Charging forwards. He's Jose. Centering ball, and it just eludes his striker there. All the way through. Darby Randall.
Sort of can't blame them. Sort of can't blame them.
Gorry. Morabu.
Don't know.
Oh, that's a nice piece of work here, and a chance perhaps for the Bees to get back on terms. Centering ball put behind by Van der May. Toby McGregor.
Oh,
The Bees skipper jumping up into the attack and making something happen here.
From the other week.
Lovely little flick through, and he just tore straight through two of them. Opted not to shoot, tried to square it back
calls were all
to
over
Platts
the place.
instead. It's the corner ball in the fade direction. I think that's last off a Warrior. Indeed it was, so it'll be
Apparently you changed the whole game.
another corner.
Sam falls over.
And some action here, perhaps a substitution in the offing.
The left back for Clarence Edwards, his father was the AR. And so, well, the penalty on that is handball.
Well, the University made a switch there. Our cameraman not overly keen on getting a look at it, so we'll just wait and see who's snuck on there. As the corner is swung in, headed away, and nothing doing there. Wasted opportunity.
Is there a sub? I missed that.
Brian Allen. Yes, you did, Adam. Here's Callum Brown, squaring ball for Declan. Away from him. Into the middle looking for Morabu. He chests it down for Nick Mearns. Adam Gorry in a pocket of space. He works it down the line for Declan Brown. Brown's cross behind for a corner. The game just opening up a little in the second half. The chances not exactly flowing, but a little more open than the first half. A little more end-to-end so far in this one. Deep corner. Will fall for Gorry, taken away from him. The ambitious volleyed effort there from Callum Brown. As always, drifting wide of the mark.
Down low. You can't see what's going on over there. No, unless there was just one then.
So, out in front of McGregor. Right now we'll take the throw in. 10 minutes gone in the first, quarter final of the four. Morabu. Olympia looking to join City Knights as here's Nick Mearns and South Hobart into the semi-final stage of this tournament. Blocked out by Vandermeer. Farrell was scrapping well in midfield. Good contest there. Eventually Mearns comes away with it. Blasted by the goal scorer Vandermeer. And just unable to get there. Was Adam Gorry.
In the first.
Some interested onlookers from the Clarence Zebras there.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Long throw. Brought down. Can the Bees find a way back into this one? Chances have been tough to come by today. Toby McGregor has put himself all about the pitch trying to make something happen. And he brings it under his spell wonderfully here. Keeps going to the box, driving to the byline. His cross, will it fall for Platts? Not quite. And Randall able to pick it up. But Toby McGregor just trying to will his side to do something here. The Bees switching it up. McGregor. Platts. And the header from Barwin. Not going to do anything there. Again, Randall picks it up. Switching ball's a good one for Adam Gorry. Gorry fakes the cross, then cut it back for Mearns. Mearns punching one in, looking for Declan Brown, but plucked out of the air from Griffiths. Platts to play the 1-2. Oh, tremendous pace shown there from Fahey, I think. Sliding in. Jeez, good save in the end from Darby Randall. Showing a great turn of pace there. It was Samuel Fahey just ghosting in. The Warriors defence not tracking the run there. Here's Lucas Hill. Flick from Morabu. Taken away from him. Brennan. Ugly up and under into the bullseye. Charging through was Mearns. Declan Brown. Ben Curtis. Now Callum Brown. A great duel with McGregor. He gets the better of him this occasion. Then sends in the cross and it's buried from close range. It's Nick Mearns who finishes it off, and Olympia with a 2-0 buffer now. Callum Brown with his second assist of the day. And it was Mearns applying the finishing touch. And as we reach the hour mark, Olympia now with 1 foot through to the semi-finals here. The cross came in and bundled home there. Diving effort from Mearns. And a mountain now to climb for University. They've just started to grow into the game a little. There's once again an old siren going off around Warrior Park. And it is the Warriors who should be able to see themselves through. Can University produce the immediate response here? Well, they might just do it. Randall with the save. Does well to shut that one down. Morabu attacking that one. Couldn't quite get on the end of it. And that one break the Bee spirit. Stalker plays it across. McGregor forward. It'll be tough for them now. Well, it was one goal. We can always hope that something will happen. One opportunity is all you need, and suddenly you're all square. Now it gets a lot more difficult for them against such a strong opposition. And they've not really created a whole lot today. As Gorry sends this one forward. Might find its way through to Declan Brown. Drops it off for Morabu. Shifts to Mearns, the goal scorer. Tried to find Morabu, but sliding in was Tom McKernan and defended it well.
Yeah.
Another sub about to be made here. So it looks like Brayton Allen being replaced by Anthony Mamich.
They can bring it on.
It's getting a run out here.
Number 14, Brayton Allen coming off.
Coming on for the fullback. Wonder if Gorry will go back into a fullback role and Mamich will play more advanced. We'll wait and see. First, the corner opportunity is really overhit.
Okay.
Deep ball, that one. Look for Earl. Got there first, though. Gains control of it, but the Bees should be able
Oh, can the players come
to get
back
the counter
on?
going. Looking for Platts, but away from him by Morabu. And Farrell's lofted ball in Brown's direction, eluding him.
Yeah.
Falls for Morabu with a shot from range. Well wide of the mark, that one. Don't mind the intent, but the execution very much lacking on that occasion from Joseph Morabu.
Okay, yeah.
Another sub. You ready? The Bees going to make this one. That'll be the end of Andrew Wilcox's day. And didn't get the shirt number there, and I'm not overly familiar with the university sub, so forgive me on that one. Not sure who's come on to replace him there. Mamich for Brown. Mearns. Falls for Morabu. Top of the box. Shifts it across. Looking for Brown, but well done, Toby McGregor. Got in there first and won it. Now the Bees on the bait. The break. Fay unable to make it count. Raking crossfield ball is a beaut for Mamich. Squares it up for Brown. Brown for Morabu. The Bees again swarming back in defence to deny the shooting opportunity, though. And eventually, that one is worked back to Darby Randall. Vandermeer. Brennan. Chipping it forward. Trying to find Fay. Yet another sub being made. They're coming thick and fast at the moment.
Another one.
This time on the Warriors, and well, Luke Farrell's gone off.
Running up to the toilet.
And maybe he hasn't been subbed. He might just need to use the restroom being speculated there, our cameraman. So I guess temporarily down to 10
Run to the toilet, can't play.
for the Warriors. I'm not sure if he got subbed or not anyway. We'll see if a new face bobs up on the pitch and find out if that was the reason. Here's Brown. Curtis sending it forward. Brown giving an earnest chase, but Stalker defending the area nicely. And Declan Brown comes in support. And crunching sliding challenge there, seen away from him. Here's Brown. Gorry. Mearns. Gorry. And a mate. Brown. Mearns. Now Hill. Hill and Curtis and Morabu, they're just knocking the ball around. Confidently now the Warriors, a 2-0 lead. Happy to just keep possession. Mamic trying to force his way through.
Did you go to church today?
Yeah, 9 o'clock to 10. You'll have to come sometime.
No, I'm getting paid for the other one.
Sorry?
I'm getting paid to be at the other one.
There's Curtis working his way through, sends it across to Adam Gorry. Gorry, plenty of room, and swings it across to Callum Brown and his brother Declan. Just monopolising possession right now, Olympia, and it's going to make it very hard for the Bees to find a way back into this game if they can't get a foot on the ball. They may be temporarily down to 10, but really just showing an expert control over the match right now. Well, the Warriors, this has been very professionally done. Adam Gorry standing over this set piece.
What did Tina think of that?
He stands this one up. He'll be behind for another corner. It'll be the Warriors' 11th of the game. It's a ground that tends to produce quite a few corners, given its smaller confines.
Have you finished it?
Corner. Bent in deep. Curtis will try and keep it in, but just a bit too much on that. They've had a lot of corners, but they haven't really asked a whole lot of questions from them. Olympia. One of the goals coming from a miscleared corner. That one yielding a goal, but delivery's just been lacking a little today. There's Joshua Harris. I'm speculating might have been the university player who came on before, so he gets involved there. Kiernan with an up and under, and now Mearns. Mearns senses it. Oh, McGregor's clearance wasn't good, and he's headed it back into a dangerous area. But pouncing on it was Griffiths. Well, a little ungainly, but they see off the threat, and Luke Farrell has just come back on, so it must have just been a little nipping into the change rooms there for the French Falcon, but he's still out there. The Warriors back to a full complement. Mearns. Well, young Mamic, I'm sure he's got some growing to do, but I'm not sure he's ever quite going to get to the height to be able to bring that one down. 20 minutes to go. Olympia with a real stranglehold on this game right now. Strangling the life out of a university team who just can't get the ball, can't settle things down, and not going to be able to create many chances if they're parked back in defence under pressure. Mamic with a nice turn. Couldn't get the better though with his marker, and that's allowed to continue. Mamic really well in the end. They should be able to clear it away, although they've turned it over rather softly, and the cross picked by Griffiths. So McGregor with the throw in. University with 20 minutes to try and get something happening here, and it's just not happening for him right now. He's tried hard, he's lively, but hasn't been able to unlock the Warriors' defence. They've just not had enough of the ball. Mearns wide for Mamic. Mamic trying to get in behind here. There's Brown. You appear to have lost our sound effects here at the moment. This one's knocked back. Can the Bees do something here? 20 minutes to go. Cleared away. Brennan trying to make some inroads. So the Warriors, Vandermeer, flicked on, but time's starting to become an enemy here. They haven't generated a chance in quite some time. They've had only really one look at the goals this half. Olympia in total control of this one. We're working to get our sound effects back up and running. Hopefully have that for you in a moment. Free kick blown the Warriors' way here. They're just not finding a way through this defensive unit of the Warriors. Curtis, Hill, Vandermeer, all looking very solid back there. And Olympia just continue to monopolise possession here and see the game out. Can our cameraman find the effects mic again? Switching ball played up for Brown. Brings it down with a silky touch. McGregor was there. He was able to shut that one down. Smashed forwards by Vandermeer. Nicholas Mearns with some room. You might think about the shot from range. Faked it instead and then tried to roll one through for Declan Brown. Callum Brown now on the ball. He turns and charges towards goal. Mearns got clipped there and has come off second best. Play continues. Thrown in. Again, the Warriors back on the ball. Approaching the final 15 here. It's been a very solid job. Hasn't reached any great heights this game as Stalker carries out from the back, but Olympia have done what they've needed to. They've got the lead and now they're quite content just to sit on it, and the Bees have not looked capable of breaking them down. Can they make something happen here? No. They can't. Again, the Warriors slam the door shut, but they'll send it wide for Fay. Tries to get the better of Gorry. Luke Farrell also in support. And has done well. Farrell to Brown. To Marabu. Switching it across here. And Curtis rolls it down the line. It's a good ball for Declan Brown and behind for corner number 12. And a substitution being made here. Nicholas Mearns being replaced. O'Connor coming on for him. Crossed in, headed away by the Bees' defence and then smashed goalward, but always rising over the top. Lockie O'Connor trying to make a spectacular entrance, but getting well underneath that one. Morabu. Cross, that's a lovely ball for Mamic. Mamic, he's driven it over the top. Just blazing high over there. Was the young substitute Anthony Mamic a chance to make his mark on the Lakoseljac Cup, but unfortunately getting underneath that one and just blazing over the bar. It was a lovely ball to play him in. And it's Olympia who are looking the more threatening of the two. It's the Bees who need to do the goal scoring. 2-0 to go, 15 to play in the quarter-final here. If you're just tuning in, a few sound issues with our camera here at the moment, hoping to get the sound effects back. There's another substitution has been made by the Bees here. And we've got sound effects again.
Substitution for University coming off. Number 10, Samuel Fay, being replaced by number 12, Ryan Barwin.
And there we go, Fay replaced by Barwin. That substitute there. Now Brown pouncing on it. And shaping to shoot, but easily gathered by Griffiths. Can they get something going again? It's just a blue wall back there. They have shut down everything that's been thrown at them. It's been a very disciplined display at the back from Olympia. Defence has remained very solid as they look to spark their season into life in the second half of the year. Tilted the league title, obviously, looks well beyond their reach at this point, so the Laka Cup becomes the major focus, and looks like they're going to string together consecutive victories. With a win over South Hobart in the league last week, and now this win to send them into the Final Four with a little bit of confidence. Of course, the semi-final stage of the Lakoseljac Cup will be played after the NPL season ends, so a bit of a long wait now. A couple of months before we return to the Cup action. October 31st will be their date those games are played on. Here's Brennan trying to make something happen. Up against Jake Vandermeer, and out for the throw in. Stalker. Down the line again. Shut down. Anime. Callum Brown from Morabu, who's grown in confidence as the game's gone on. Declan Brown felt he was offside, so just let that one run, but there was no one taking up that wide left position for him. Griffiths hoisting it down the guts, but there was Jake Vandermeer, who's been outstanding today. Put a foot wrong at the back. They've been dominant back there, he and Lucas Hill in the middle of the defence, and Vandermeer's goal got the scoring started here before Nicholas Mearns added a second. A goal in each half for the Warriors. Looks like it's going to send them through to the next stage. We'll await the draw, which will take place, I think, later on in the week. Possibly on a Wednesday. Stay tuned for that one. The four teams will be keen to know their fate. Will they get a home game? It's the Warriors attacking here, and it's a shot which is just wide of the bar post there. And it was Lockie O'Connor, who's come close a couple of times. Not sure if that it did take a little deflection, I think. No. The referee's eyes anyway, so there's not a whole lot of urgency about the Bees for a team travelling 2-0. I'm not sure the belief's quite there at this stage. They've really been strangled in the second half The Warriors have ground out this result. Hasn't been overly pretty football, hasn't been the most entertaining of matches, but Warriors faithful couldn't give two hoots about that. They're going to be marching on to the final four, and they might be able to find a third goal to really send them on their way. Mamic has been lively since coming on, with the back heel here for Farrell. And we've got these player down here. It's not into their problems, just a little bit of cramp, I think. We'll see the opportunity to run through today's other results. Pretty comfortable victory in the under-20s for the Warriors as well. They beat South Hobart 2-0 as O'Connor chips this one up over the top, looking for Mamic. Cleared away, not convincingly though. Ball's for Gorry, who lines up the shot. It was well blocked though. Still battling away is Gorry, and now McGregor comes through. And the Bees conjure something late here. Again, it's Vandermeer leading the defence back. They've been largely untroubled. Just not been able to find a way through the blue wall, and that's going to be a foul on McGregor. So, results today in a 3-2 win in the Lakoseljac Cup. South Hobart winning a thrilling game over the Kingborough Lions. Yesterday, Glenorchy Knights 3-0 over Taroona, and Launceston City 2-0 over Hobart United. As Olympia driving the attack here. Squaring ball finds its way through for Brown, leaves it run to Marabu, sliding out is Griffiths. The Women's Statewide Cup, it was a similar tale of woe for the Bees. They went down to South Hobart 3-1. Heavy victories for Clarence Zebras, 5-1 over Northern Rangers, and Kingborough Lions 8-0 over Riverside. Laura Davis absolutely outstanding in that game, scoring 5 goals. As Brown squares this one up for Gorry. And then earlier today it was Olympia 7-0 over Beachside, who were down to 10 pretty early in that match. O'Connor across to Gorry. Lets it run for Declan Brown. They kind of back off and perhaps chance to get the shot away. Opted not to in the end. Morabu in the middle. Sends it across for Adam Gorry. Gorry driving centrally. Again, allowed some space. Then the door slammed shut on him. Well blocked away. Farrell's pass just in behind Mamic, but he goes back and works it to Brown. Rolls his foot over it a couple of times. Then finds Farrell. Morabu. Brown. Probing away here, the Warriors. Mamic again. Brown. O'Connor. And eventually the Bees able to win it back. Can they get something going on the counter? No. Lucas Hill shuts that down almost immediately. It's been imperious defence from Olympia. Just rounding out those other quarterfinal results. Hold for 1 second as Brown just takes it, dwells on it a little, and tries to roll one through for his brother. And the other results in the under-20s, Glenorchy Knights 2-0 over Kingborough. Somerset Sharks 3-2 over South East United in a game that went to extra time. A thriller up at Shark Park. And they advanced to the final four. And there'll be 2 northern teams in the final four of that one, with the Riverside Olympic accounting for Devonport 2-1. So Somerset, Riverside, Olympia and Knights will be the final four in the 20s. South Hobart, Clarence, Kingborough and the Warriors in the women's. And it looks like Olympia will be joining Lonnie City, Glenorchy Knights and South Hobart in the Lacquer Cup. Gorry fouled there, but advantage played. He has his cross blocked off. Tried to have scored out for a corner, but I think the last touch might have been off Gorry there. Gets the throw in anyway. Farrell. Back to Gorry. Leaves it behind. This game well and truly over. Barring a late miracle. They've just not looked like they're at all able to break this down. They're not even able to get past halfway here at the moment. Olympia in total control of this one. Brown. And some nice work there. This University in an attack just rather petering out. Romney back for Stalker. Sends it forward. Can Jacob Brennan make something happen for the Bees here? Give them some late life in this one. It's as good an attacking move as they've put together, but that was really nicely defended by Adam Gorry. Just boxed him out, saw it across the line, and looking like the clean sheet is in the offing. Lucas Hill, Stella at the back once again. The fully fit Lucas Hill makes a big difference to this Warriors defence. Very tough side to break down. He and Vandermeer, quite the pairing back there, and Ben Curtis has been really good too. Allen was solid before he was substituted. And the Warriors firmly in the frame for the Lakoseljac Cup. Morabu for Gorry. Sliding challenge, is that a penalty? No, won the ball. Well done, McGregor on his opposite number. It'll be a corner. 13th of the afternoon. Corner, bent in, base defence, just about Repeller blocked off the line. And then another shot, and that one is also deflected wide as the Warriors looking to extend their lead here. It's been a pretty dominant outing for them. It'd be probably well worth a third goal, given the complete control they've exercised over this one. We hope of a cup set. Well and truly put to bed as Brown to the back post. Ben Curtis was there, but his header wide of the mark. So all four favourites advancing in the Lakoseljac Cup. Lucas Hill for Brown. Oh, Morabu trying to pick the pocket of McGregor. Unable to do so. Brown squares it for Morabu. Plays a nice 1-2 and then lashes one goalward, but straight at Griffiths, who saves well. Adam Gorry. Morabu sliding it through. Griffiths off his line, charging it down was Brown. I think it's going to be brought back though. Brown trying to add to it. They've just not given them a sniff today, Olympia. A very professional, very assured display. Really in complete control of the contest nearly from start to finish. Certainly from the moment Jake Vandermeer's header hit the back of the net. There's a few minutes at the end of the first half where Uni started to look a little more lively. Really the second goal that Olympia scored seems to have taken all the life out of them. And from there, it's been smooth sailing for the home side. Here's O'Connor. The Browns combining. And find the third goal that's thus far eluded them. Silky stuff there from Declan Brown. Out to Mamich. He wants some support to come in the form of his fullback Curtis. Nice work this. And wide of the mark again. The finishing's just been slightly off. That was a lovely build-up play once more from the Warriors there. Just lacking the finishing touch. Really could have been a lot more than 2-0 today. Olympia taking their chances in the second half. Here's Morabu. And a free kick in a good position. And a chance perhaps for the cherry to be placed on top of the cake here.
Yeah.
That one was taken before Nathan Code was ready. So we'll go again. Adam Gorry. It's going to be Brown. Flights this one just over the bar. Connor nods forward. Can't think there'll be too much more added time. Been a heap of stoppages in this one. Certainly not a whole lot of goal action. Farrell nods it down for Mamich. Can't quite get that one away. And there we go. Nathan Code brings an end to the game. The Olympia Warriors advancing to the semi-finals, and they did it comfortably. Never looked troubled by University in this one. A 2-0 victory, well-deserved, and they'll take their place in the semi-finals. We await the draw to see what fixtures we get. They'll join Launceston City, Glenorchy Knights, and South Hobart, who overcame Kingborough 3-2 early in the day in the more exciting of the two games, it's fair to say. But we hope you've enjoyed our coverage of this afternoon's quarterfinals. We'll be back with NPL Tasmania and Super League action next weekend. But from a big cup weekend, the Warriors, the final team to punch their tickets through to the Final Four. We're back to the league for the next couple of months before the semi-finals of all the statewide cup competitions. We'll wrap up the season in the final couple of weeks in late October and early November. So we'll await the draw to see what we've got. But from Warrior Park here, it was the Warriors far too strong and 2-0 victors over the Bees. Thanks for tuning in. And until next time, it's bye for now.